Hi, I'm Jill Sackert, and I'm here to give you some examples of how to use the signal fan in softball and in baseball. So, for my team, each year we have a different set of signals, but I'm just going to go over one set of pivot bunt signs, because every team has a sacrifice or pivot bunt. So, for our team, what we did was we had them key in on an indicator blade. So, our indicator blade was white one year. And what we did was I'd say to the girls, what I want you to do is when I have the white blade down, look at what's on the top. So this was our pivot bunt sign. Now if I wanted to add a steal as well, I had the green blade right next to it. If I had the yellow blade up, that meant something else. But let's go back to the pivot bunt sign. Alright, just a simple pivot bunt would be the blue blade on top with the white hanging down. If I had any other color down, it meant absolutely nothing. Okay, if I had just one blade down, it meant absolutely nothing. It had to simply be the white blade and only the white blade down. So that's how we did it one year for a pivot bunt. If I was being scouted at a tournament, I would still, blue always meant bunt. This always meant pivot bunt that year. So what I said to the girls was, this time, I think we've been watched, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the location of the blade, and we are going to put blue on the bottom, or whatever color is on the bottom, still with the white blade hanging down. So they still keyed in on the indicator blade and then looked at the proper location. Another time, I actually did the same thing, same year. I used, again, blue as the pivot bunt, and I'd say there's 3 blades up, and whatever is in the middle, that's what we're doing. So in other words, the color can stay the same all year. You change the location or you change the direction, or you could change the indicator blade and switch it to black one time or switch it to yellow, but they would know that blue is pivot bunt. So your team sets up its location, its direction, or your coach does, and you stay with that until you think you need to change it. It's a simple change. The colors stay the same all year.
Hi, we're from the Atlantic City High School softball team, and we love the signal fan.
So I'm going to talk about offense and how I loved it with batting. It was something that is so much easier to pick up than hand signals, because the hand signals take a little bit longer. This, in a glance, you can figure out exactly what you need to do. Also, the other teams couldn't pick up the signs.
This is a rather quick and somewhat silly dramatization of using hand signals as opposed to using the signal fan. Okay, for defense, let's just use a simple pickoff play at third base, and I'll tell you how we use the signal fan for that. We called third base green, so if the throw was going to third base, green would be in the mixture. If we wanted it a short throw to third base, let's say there's a runner on third, and the third baseman's in to cover a bunt or just in, and we want the catcher to throw a short throw to the third baseman, we would do red for the short throw, green for third base. If we wanted a long throw to third base, thinking the girl was going to be diving back, we would use the shortstop. Blue was for shortstop, covering third base. If we wanted a pitch out as well, we would add, again, the black blade, because that meant pitch out for us. So this would be third base, shortstop covering with a pitch out. But, so would this be? This would mean the same thing, because white blade meant nothing. So that's just two examples actually of a pitch out at third base. Again, here's third base with a short throw for an aggressive runner that you want to tag out, and the white blade would be added in there anywhere, and it would still mean the same thing, a short throw to third base. So that's how we did pickoffs at third. Awesome. How about catcher?
Okay. As a catcher, these are the best for pickoff plays. Like, my coach associates each color with a different base. And I have never missed a signal all year, and I picked off so many girls with the help of the signal fan. And there's so many ways that you can use signal fan. Like, definitely, like, all of these up like this could mean one thing, and then if you switch it up, this could mean another thing. Like, only your team knows what's going on.
And everyone knows that communication really helps with making a successful program. The signal fan makes communication so easy and so clear. Moving our outfielders, we would use this as well. We would use it to move them outward. We chose green for moving deep. That doesn't matter. We're not being tricky here. So we would put the green blade up and angle it if we wanted them to move backwards or forwards, okay? I'm sorry. We use the green blade upward to tell them to move back. If we wanted them to go to the right or to the left, we would angle it. But if they saw the green blade up, they knew to move back. If we wanted them in, we would hold the red blade up. Okay, no batter, every batter that I know loves to hear, move back, show her some respect, she's a great batter. Well, you know, I really don't want to be yelling that out in a close game. I don't want to be yelling that out at all to the opponent. I want our girls to know to move, so they know to move back when they see this. Okay, for pitching, you can use this also for pitching. Again, you would just make up your own set. We used yellow and red for a change-up pitch, and if we wanted it inside or outside, we would angle it. So that's kind of what we did for that. If we wanted to add a blade to show inside or outside, we could always add a different blade and just do it. A curve could be a whole different set of signs. You make up your own signs. And again, if we're doing a change-up, then our field knows what we're calling, and they know to be ready to shift for the girl to pull the ball. Again, it's another facet in communicating with your team. I was a Division I softball scholarship recipient from Temple University. I have coached at various levels, from Little League to U18 to high school varsity. I'm married and the mother of 3 adult children, and I work as a dental hygienist. I continue to coach, and I have an undying passion for the game. The Signal Fan was born out of that passion. A portion of every sale goes to Autism Foundations. Thank you for your time and for your consideration.